One of the big comedians of the past decade. He's gone from Morrison's to TV celebrity in a matter of years. Welcome onto the show, Mr. Paddy McGuiness.
Hey. Oh, I tell you what, that was some build-up. I thought you were going to say, please welcome Jesus Christ.
No, he's next week, Paddy.
Hey, I'm happy with that. That were good, that.
So how are you this morning then, mate?
I'm all right, yeah, I'm not so bad. Busy, you know, but I can't complain.
Well, I tell you what, it's been quite a journey for you, hasn't it? I just mentioned then that you started in Morrison's. You've had some other jobs, like working for the Warburton's factory. You were a lifeguard, and then you landed on our TV screens in one of the big TV shows of the past 10 years, Phoenix Nights.
Yeah.
How did it all happen? How did you get to Phoenix Nights?
Well, do you know, I really didn't ever envisage myself doing this as a job. I just sort of fell into it, really. Peter were doing little bits of stand-up here, there and everywhere, and I used to go along to gigs with him, and he'd get 40 quid or 60 quid for 20 minutes or so, and I thought I never used to earn that in a full shift at the time, so I thought that's the job for me. And I think especially with stand-up, you know, we all work with blokes who are really funny and make you laugh, but it's just doing it on stage to a bunch of strangers, which is the hard part. And luckily I sort of had a bit of a knack for doing it, and it just went from there, really. And then Phoenix Nights, well, it was that Peter Kay thing, which was had the club in it, which was the sort of pilot for Phoenix Nights. And I got the part of Paddy, and he rang me up. He says, "There's this part here, Dorman, Paddy." I said, "Oh, brilliant." He said, "Right." He said, "Well, the first audition," I went, "Whoa, audition? Old school ties and all that?" And he said he didn't have as much clout back then, so I had an audition in Manchester, then a second one in London, and he really dug his heels in for me, and touch wood, everything's worked out well.
What's your favourite episode from Phoenix Nights?
Well, honest to God, if Peter's listening to this, or you ever get him on, he'll back me up on this, because Phoenix Nights and Max and Paddy I can't remember anything.
Blimey.
I'm just that type of... But honestly, I'm murder with my memory. I'm going to get on the phone to Paul McKenna, see if he can help me out. Because I literally, I co-wrote Max and Paddy. I couldn't tell you anything.
Well, there's a couple of moments from Max and Paddy, and there's one in particular from Phoenix Nights. My favourite one is when, I know this is not very politically correct, but when the midgets got off the bus, and I think it was one of you go, "Blimey,
you're all right. You're allowed to say that.
How far away are they?" I thought that was a brilliant line.
Well, do you know, that actual scene, I was still working in a gym at the time in Horwich, which is just near Bolton, and I wrote that scene, sat at my desk when I should have been writing fitness reports for people in the gym, and I actually wrote that on the back of a fitness card and took it down to where Peter were writing with Dave and Neil at the time, and I just said, "What do you think to that, lads?" And they took it and they put it in there, so I was really honoured that they did that,
Paddy McGuiness is on the show this morning.
Hey!
I tell you what, the intros on this show, I'm going to get you record my voicemails on my phone.
I tell you what, we could go one better. We could introduce you on stage at your gigs.
Yeah, I feel $1 million.
Yeah, you're two for the price of one. We'll work for 50 quid. We can split it. As long as it sorts us out with some beers at the end of the night. But you're on the show today to talk about this new research then, aren't you, Paddy? And it's to do with Rightguard, who've conducted this survey. It reveals that though there may be 4 little words, the phrase "we need to talk" is the most dreaded in the English language. Why is "we need to talk" the most dreaded in the English language? Apparently hearing it provokes frayed nerves, sets the heart racing, and brings on reactions from swearing to sweating. Why is that?
I don't know, and it's Rightguard have done this research, and some of the stuff they've come up with, some of the answers, I mean, I think the blokes who did the research need to get a girlfriend, basically, because they must have spent hours and hours and hours doing this. And I got involved with Rightguard to do phrases and talk about them in the podcast, which I have done from, which is at www.24hourman.co.uk. They reckon the top 10 phrases to bring you out in a sweat is things like, "we need to talk," "can I borrow your credit card?"
Oh, that one always brings me out in a sweat.
"There's a leak." There's some on of my own what on the list, which is like when you're with your girlfriend and you're out and about and you go and she says, "Do you think that girl's attractive?"
Oh, that's horrible. That's the worst one in the world.
And another one, if you come in and she's holding your mobile phone and looking at you but not saying anything.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Hang on a minute.
Well, anyway, Paddy, we know you've got to go because time is running out. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure, and it's nice to speak to a celebrity who is genuine. Nice, warm.
Cheers,
nice one, Paddy.
Great.
Thanks
Paddy
a lot.
McGuiness,
Thank you.
Take care, mate. Bye.